Hey guys, welcome to the Polaris tour. This is a huge ship. Let's start with the ramp access first. So this ship has 3 ramp access on the ground. So let's start with the first ramp access. It's not very clear. I assume that this is the button for this ramp because the elevator is right here. And this is the front landing gear. So this is the relative position. And how to access that ramp is there is a teardrop somewhere here. It's not on the rock, but it's relatively this position to the front landing gear. I assume that CIG might add a light here later, so to indicate it. If you don't know this, all the teardrops means you turn this off. So go to options, game setting, the 9th option, ship entry label enabled. So if it's no, you won't see those teardrops. So bring it to yes, and you might have to restart your game in order for the teardrop ramp access to show. So this is the first ramp access right here. This is the main elevator. So click it. The main elevator will go down. You can jump on it, and it has 3 decks. One is the bridge, the other is a cargo bay, and the other is exit ship. The second and the third ramp access is way over here on the side. You can see lower ramp, click it. So this will open the starboard side. On the other side is the same. This will open the port side of the ramp access. So that's all the access you have from the ground into the ship. Now, we're going to take a complete and systematic tour inside the ship, and we are going to go from one of these ramp access. So the Polaris has 2 decks. One is the cargo deck, and the other is the hangar deck. So this is the cargo deck. And these are the cargo grids that you can snap boxes on, or you can put vehicles here. So right above us, that's the ship hangars. That's why we call it hangar deck, which will connect to the bridge. So let's start the tour in here first. First thing, in this cargo deck, if you look here, you have a tractor beam. The tractor beam can only be accessed through this terminal. Simply turn the power on using this button and then enter remote turret. Now you have access to this tractor beam. By the way, if you're operating tractor beam, you can also have the access to all the resource management. So be careful who you assign to use the tractor beam. The Polaris is a very symmetrical ship. Means what's on the left is probably on the right. So over here, you can see we have a ladder room. This will lead you straight to the hangar deck. We also have an elevator right here. This will also take you to the hangar deck. And on the other side, it's symmetrical. So you'll have the same elevator and ladder. Elevator, this is really very convenient. You can transfer cargo between 2 decks or small vehicles or hover bikes. So this is a hangar deck. Now let's go back down to cargo bay. Very convenient. Okay, now you also have a lower engineering deck, which can only be accessed through this door or a rare elevator. This engineering deck is connected with the cargo deck. So let's go up here. You have different engineering terminals. 1, 2, and 3. And this is a huge engine in the middle. And if you just stop and look, it has some really cool animations. And these, wow. So much detail. Okay, on your left side, these are the fuse. And now you have a ladder, which is only this area. You have the radioactive liquid here, or cooling liquid for your radioactive reactor core. So this is on this side. On the other side is the same, because this ship is very symmetrical. And that's the ladder right there. And this is the other side of the engineering terminals. You have the fuse right here as well. Okay, now here we have another door right here. And by the way, you have all these light controls: emergency, auxiliary, and ambient light. So this kind of light control is throughout the ship. Now, this is the last door to the very end of the ship that we can access. And here, we also have an elevator. And this elevator might be a little confusing because how come engineering is above cargo bay? Because we just saw the cargo bay and the engineering is connected and they're together on this almost on the same floor. So if we go to engineering, it actually takes us to maybe this is what you can call the chief engineering deck. You have a main engineering terminal and you can oversee the entire engineering operations here. Maybe this is what it means. So this is a main engineering terminal. And over here, you have all the stairs. If you go up here, it will lead you to the upper deck, which is the hangar deck. We're going to look at that later. But now, turn this way. You see the rest of this engineering deck. It's in between hangar deck and the cargo deck. And you go around. This is your jump drive, quantum drive access right here. And you have a size 3 quantum drive for the Polaris. And now you go back to the engineering elevator here. And if you click cargo bay, it will take you to the cargo deck. We're going to go back to the cargo deck. So this is the very end of the ship on the cargo deck level. And this is the engineering section, which is connected to the cargo area. So we are back here. Now we're going to go toward the front of the ship. First thing, we have a little elevator control button right here. Cargo bay is the current floor, and torpedo bay, it will lift you up to the torpedo bay. So you don't have to walk those stairs. And oh, by the way, let me show you this. So to close these two ramps, you have the controls on either side of the ramp. Right here and right here. It's the same to the other side as well. Now we're going to have to walk up the stairs. Here are your torpedo bay. 28 torpedoes. 7 in each pod. So 4 pods here. Now, let's go to this area right here. Here is your main elevator. The one that I showed you in the beginning of the video. Now, this one right here, you can see fire control system. They should say torpedo control system because this terminal on your right starboard side is the only terminal that you can control and fire the 28 size 10 torpedoes on the ship. Turn power on and off this button and then enter remote turret right here. You can arm your torpedo and fire with one click. Oh no! Whoa, did I just move the ship? Okay, let's continue this tour. So this is the only torpedo control terminal. On this side, I'm not sure what this is yet. Oh, you know what? Maybe this one can also control the torpedo on the other side, but it's not working yet. Because you can see the tube are torpedo tubes, right? They're the same. It says 3 and 4. Yes, 1 and 2. So this one should also be a torpedo control system. But it's not online yet. So very possible this entire room is to control torpedoes. And you will eventually have 2 terminals open for business. But right now, you just have this one right here on your right. Okay, now, next door will take you to the fuse here, fire extinguisher here, and this is the main turret, Ooh, I just got another crash. Okay, experiencing a lot of crashes in the Arena Commander. Now, this chair is the size 6 machine gun chair, which is the gun underneath the ship, right here. Power on using this button on your right. And then you can adjust sensitivity and switch fire mode. You also have a little radar right here. You can adjust the zoom for the radar as well. Unlock it. You also have the turret health showing up on the top left corner, the MFD cast. Okay, so this is it for the cargo deck from the end to the front. Okay, now we're back to the cargo deck where we started. So from here, you have 3 ways that you can go to the top hangar deck. One is the one I just showed you. Go through this ladder or take this elevator. And the other way is I showed you in the very end of the engineering room. This elevator right here will take you straight to the hangar. And the third access is go through these torpedo tubes and on the main elevator right here. Okay, so these are the 3 access that can take you from the cargo deck to the hangar deck. And we are going to go through here, this ladder, climb up this ladder, or going through this elevator here from the cargo deck. Let's go. Through this elevator, it will take you straight to the ship hangar right here. Now, when you stand in this hangar, it's a little bit difficult for you to tell which one is the front of the ship, which one is the rear side of the ship. So one thing to tell is if the hangar door is opening, if you see the point defense turret, that's the rear side of the ship. Another way is just by looking at these elevators. So if you see these 2 elevators here, and then this door will connect you to the bridge, the front of the ship, and that's the rear of the ship. So we are going to take a look at the rear side of the ship, and then go to the front. And now, this is the rear side of the elevator that we saw earlier at the engineering deck. And this one will take you to engineering and cargo bay. Okay, so from this elevator, now let's take a tour of the entire hangar deck. So first thing is, I showed you earlier, you have a stair on each side. This one will allow you to go down to the main chief engineering room, but you cannot go to the cargo deck unless you take this elevator right here. Okay, now let's go back up here. Now what you can see is on the port side of the hallway, you have this blue lines. And same thing on the starboard side. Over here, you can see the orange lines. The reason being is the orange line indicates that you have a brig. So let's go take a look. This is the chief warden's chair. You have 2 cameras, and these 2 cameras are working really well. So on the left side, you have cell number 2. You can open it, and this is the cell, and you have a bathroom here and a bed. I don't think, can you log out from here? No, you only have a get up option, so you cannot log out from here. But you do have an option to lock this door. A little bit difficult to press this button, but you can. Also, you can see a little compartment right here is you can put food and water for your prisoner. And you also have cell number 1. It's the same. So this is a brig indicated by the orange line. And go through the hangar. On this side, you see these blue lines. This connects you with the medical deck. This is the medical room. You have 4 medical beds here. You can set your spawn, and these are tier 2 medical beds. And here as well. You also have the storage locker on the wall right here. I cannot access it. I think because I am in the arena commander, but I did access this in the PU. Each of them, you have 2 ICU of storage. But somehow I can't access it right here. And these are the shared storage. So that's the medical bay. Now we are going back to the hangar so we don't get lost. So see that PDC, that's the back of the ship. Now we're going toward the front of the ship. So open this door. Now you can see on the floor it says bridge. Yes, so go straight ahead. That will be the bridge access. Okay, now stand here and then turn around. So when you come out of the bridge, you can also easily distinguish where is the brig and where is the medical bay. Orange is the brig and blue line is the medical bay. So before we go into the bridge, there are still a lot of things we need to see. The Polaris is actually not as confusing as the Carrack nor the Starfarer. It's actually quite easy. Like I said earlier, it's very symmetrical. So now let's go around this hangar. So if we go toward the medical bay, now on your right, you can see this is a mess hall. Kitchen, chairs, tables. This is a mess hall, and you can get out of this mess hall from this door as well. And on your left will be the bridge. And this is the door we can go out. So we're back here. And if you turn left and left, these are the bunks. You see all these bunker beds, top and bottom. You also have personal storage area. You can see on the wall right here it says personal storage. These works in the PU. Right now I'm in Arena Commander, so it might not work, but these will work in the PU. I think each of these will give you 650k micro IC of storage. A lot of storage for this. So throughout this entire hall, these are all the bunks. And you also have a bathroom right here, and in the bathroom you have, this is not a mirror, this is a camera right here. So if you go to third person, you have your helmet on. If you go to first person, you don't have your helmet on. And the toilet is right here behind you. You probably want to close the door, and you can also lock the door right here. Now it's locked. Shower is above you. Very nice. So you have all these rooms, and they are all the same. Okay, now you have another door that you can access, so go out here. Now you see on your right is the bridge. And this is the mess hall we just looked at. Now turn left, you go back out to here. Now let's check out the ladders here. I really love these ladders. So the reason being is once you get out of the bridge, you come out here, and then just you might have to open this door. Yeah. And then just it's closed so fast. Just turn around and then walk backwards. So you can drop yourself down directly to the cargo area. Usually you won't get hurt. I don't know why I got hurt. So this is the stairs. And on the other side, you also have a stair right here. So you do have a door. You might want to open it, and then just drop yourself down. Quick access in and out of the ship. See, this is the ramp access. Okay, now go back to the bridge side. So facing the hangar. Now you can turn left. Go all the way down. Right here on your left. This is the airlock access. So open this door. You can see this. This is the airlock. Airlock and docking collar. Okay, you have this one on the other side as well. From the outside, you can also access this. You have two buttons, one on each side. One right here, and the other one is on the door right here. You can open it. Very easy access. Okay, go back into the airlock. So let's keep going this way. On your left side, you have a turret access. And this one is a manned turret on the starboard side of the ship, right here. Exiting turret. Now let's keep going this way around the hangar. On your left, you have a fuse, and you have some escape pods. And now we have arrived at the brig again. Now this is the main hangar in the middle. Keep going around. And now we are back at the rear elevator here. And now still keep going around. Now is the medical bay. So going around, escape pods, and then past escape pods is another main turret. This is the port side of the main turret. Right here. On the port side. Okay, exiting turret. Now keep going. That's the other airlock. Now go. This is the mess hall. This is the ladder. Go back to the bridge side. Now we have completed this loop. And everything, every single room, every single turret, that's around this entire loop, around the main hangar. Now, we're gonna go to the bridge. So on your left is the mess hall, right is the bunk rooms, keep going. Over here, you have another 2 turret axes, left and right, port and starboard. So let's take a look at the port side. These are the turrets on the top of the ship, right here. Exiting turret. So that's the starboard side of the main turrets. Now, entering this room on your left, on the right hand side, you see this door is locked. This is the captain's quarter. It's currently locked. But according to CIG, this door will be unlocked during IAE. So keep going to the next section. This is the main elevator on your right. This is the one that I showed you in the beginning of the video. You can exit the ship through here, go to the cargo deck, and then go to the hangar deck. Across the hall from this main elevator is the armory for the Polaris. It's a very nice armory. You can put the primary weapons out here for these weapon racks. Put this gun right here. You can also put your pistols or multi-tool or med guns on top. And on this section, you have the heavy weapons for your RPGs and your rail guns. And you have a couch, and you have all these very nice suit lockers. So you can open this door and you can lock yourself in here, and you can free yourself with this button. So very nice. The only thing that's missing is the shared storage, which you have to go to either the bunk rooms or the med bay to access the external storage. Okay, so that's the armory. Turn left. This is more escape pods. And now this is the bridge. And over here, this is the holographic projection of the combat map. If you watched the Squadron 42, you will know what it means. When this feature comes online, it's gonna be fantastic. So this will be the CIC of the Polaris. And on the left and right, you have the components section. So go down these stairs. Now, you can see 5 chairs. So in the middle chair, which is the most useless chair, this is the captain's seat. You have 2 tiny little MFDs. That's it. You don't have any weapon or missile or torpedo access from this chair. Okay, behind the captain's chair, we have 2 more chairs. So the chair on the left, this will allow you to access the rear missile turret on the ship. Power on and off with this button, enter remote turret with this button. So this is the missile turret. You have 12 size 2 missiles right here at the rear side of the ship. And the chair on the starboard side, this one will allow you to control the bottom rear gun turrets. Power on and off with this button, enter remote turret with this button. This is the bottom rear gun turrets right here underneath the ship. Now, only 2 chairs left, the pilot chair and the co-pilot chair. Let's look at the co-pilot chair. The co-pilot chair has some really nice functions. It can fly the ship. It can also fire size 3 missiles, which are located in the front of the ship, right here. That's not it. You also have these buttons you can play around with. This one, it says cam. This is the camera. It's not a tractor beam, it's just a camera that you can see inside the hangar. By the way, you also have a scanning function for this. Oh, you also have missiles? How do you fire a missile? I just noticed this. Okay, let's try to... Oh, I did just fire some missiles. So the camera on the co-pilot seat can control missiles. Now, you have this circling buttons. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the side. So if I click open door, you see those 4 buttons will raise the blast shield for the hangar on the side. There is also a square button in the middle. This is a very useful button. So this button will allow you to control only the top hangar deck. I'm closing it right now. So using this button, you don't have to open the side ramp. You can just control whether you want to open or close the top hangar door. Okay, now it's closing. The good thing about this button on the co-pilot seat is that you don't have to sit on the chair to control the hangar door. You can just come close and then zoom in and find this button and press it like this, and the door will open or close. Now, the last chair is the pilot seat. Okay, the pilot seat, obviously, you can fly the ship. You also have size 3 missile controls in the front of the ship. Fire. So those are the size 3 missiles. Whoa, so many Vendu fighters around. That's crazy. Okay, but you do not have any weapon controls for the pilot. So as a pilot here, your main job is to fly the ship. That's it. And that's it for the tour. So my most favorite place is, if you want to get off the ship quick, go through all these doors. Don't use the main elevator. Sometimes it takes a long time. Just keep going through all these doors and then go to one of these ladders. Drop yourself down and then get out from the side ramp. That fast. The Polaris is huge, but it's not that confusing. It's very symmetrical. It's kind of like a circle. So that's the complete and systematic tour of the Polaris.